Hey everyone, welcome in. Guess I should turn my iPhone camera off. There we go. Hey Kelly, how you doing, man? Hope things are doing good. Hey Mike C, how's it going? It's been a quite the interesting week for me. It's been always, I guess, well, when isn't an interesting week for everyone, right? Always have different things going on. I think had to delay the stream a little bit tonight. Hey Chris, thanks for coming in. So I had to delay the stream a little bit tonight. I think my body's a little under the weather. I had a CT scan done earlier this week to check for, well, basically they were checking to see if I had a tumor in me or not. It ended up being that I do not. So I'm very thankful that that result came in as not having anything. But during the CT scan, they wanted contrast. Well, they had to do an IV, and I don't know if it's the same for, obviously everyone has, different disabilities affect them differently, but for me, getting an IV in and somebody like me is very difficult. My veins are normally not as like big or like plump as like, some people, so, they try to get a needle in there and it just rolls right out of the way, or they're too small, or I don't know. It always ends up being a fiasco to where they have to use an ultrasound to get the, needle in place. So, hey, Celtic Bear, welcome in, dude. So, basically, I they tried it with the ultrasound, thought they got it, went in, brought me onto the table for the CT scan, picked me up, put me on the table, got me in there. I'm like, all right, I've got transferred safely, everything's all good. I could be able to do the CT scan. They started pumping the contrast, and thank goodness the guy was standing right there when they started, because he didn't quite trust the IV being in there well. And next thing you know, the IV decided to blow out, and it basically just, the contrast started filling up the inside of my arm. My arm just got super swollen. And I think what I'm having, some of these issues the last few days, is some of that contrast like still kind of seeping into my body every once in a while, and it just makes me super overheated. Like I've been like out in the sun all day or something, and like the middle of the night. It's some crazy stuff. The doctors told me it'll get better as time goes on. But yeah, so anyway, so I had to redo another IV on the table when I got my CT done, and finally got it done and came back negative results. So good news is medically everything's all good. So happy with that. So with that out of the way, for the reason why the delay, also had technical difficulties. Um, one of the other things I was working on, as you can see, we're going to be playing with some LEDs tonight. The Raspberry Pi we'll be playing with, and this is called their Blink T kit. They sell this kit on their website. I believe it's like, now I have to look. They sell this on their kit for $6.65. It pretty much goes on top of like any existing Raspberry Pi and allows you to do like cool things, different things with it. And today I figured it'd be kind of fun to kind of want to hang out and chat and see how everyone's week's going. And then also maybe we'll write like a fun little script that can basically, every single time somebody watches one of my videos, it will light up, or whatever kind of crazy, I guess, YouTube analytics things we can come up with. But yeah, should be kind of a fun time. Let me catch up here on chat and get the phone off of the screen here. Oh yeah, contrast, dude. That stuff is like, I don't know how many of you in chat have had contrast, but it is like your whole body is on fire, head to toe. Kelly, you're roasting almonds? Dude, that sounds super yummy. Very jealous of that, sir. You have one of your Colombian lady friends come to help me tonight because I had nobody paying cash. Oh man. Well, Kelly, I was really hoping that the things for agencies where you're at would start improving. People start taking on jobs and things will start getting better for you. Sorry to hear that, dude. I hope that she um, shows up and she's able to, do everything you need for you. Um, Wanzo, how's it going? Welcome in there, John. Um, there is the bot is now working. I don't know what I did to make the stream elements bot work, but for all the commands, basically all I got to do is just do exclamation point commands, and it will tell you all the commands. Um, and then for I created a stream elements tip account. I don't really know why. It's kind of like, I don't know, I guess it's supposed to be comparable to like a Patreon or something. But anyways, that's it. Exclamation point tip. Um, there are some other different fun things you guys could do. You guys can quote. It either shows a random quote, or I believe you can quote other people in chat by doing exclamation point quote. I have no idea what happens if you guys do that. Uptime, exclamation point uptime, that will tell you how long I've been on. All that stuff. So going to bed. All right, Celtic. It was good seeing you, man. Hopefully good to see you at the next one. Get that phone plugged in, man. But I get it. I made my stream a little bit later than I normally do. But definitely have a good night. So does anyone have any experience using or doing Python at all? Has anybody ever messed with any of that? Just curious. We'll give chat a couple seconds to catch up. I know we're on a little bit of delay. So during the first year of the pandemic, I decided to kind of learn Python and play with some more Raspberry Pi projects and stuff like that, and decided it would be good for me to go and learn. And during that time, I went and I learned how to do, I don't know, some custom stuff, and I was really interested in doing something really cool with YouTube that would make it so I could have the LEDs light up or do something every single time I get like a new view, or every single time I get a new subscriber. I thought it'd be really cool to tap into the YouTube API and be able to show off, you know, the notification kind of thing. No Python. Yeah, that's what I was kind of like at first. Like, oh man, I don't want to do Python. That's way too scary. But I promise you, it's not terrible. Now, am I an expert at Python? Absolutely not. You know, if there's something wrong in the code or something like that, would I necessarily know how to fix it? Probably not. I'd probably figure it out eventually, like I always do with all this stuff. But it's just, yeah, it's I don't know, this is kind of fun, something for me to do, and I figured I could kind of share it with you guys, and I'll even put the links to the GitHub file of these Python files, so in case anybody wants to, yeah, copy and paste. yes, yes, Wanzo, a little bit of copy and paste, not too much, but just a little. So first things first, let's switch screens here and kind of show you what I'm working on. And we'll come back to chat, because I'll lose chat for a little bit, but I'll come right back to it and catch up. Should bring us right over to the old desktop-a-roo. All right. So you can kind of ignore this little window. This is me connected to the Raspberry Pi, and I was just doing some commands and stuff. So we can just kind of move him off screen. So basically, this is my YouTube views and subs script. Basically, I'm importing time so it can know what time it is. Importing request because I'm using some request is basically allowing me to go out to YouTube and request data. And then BlinkT is the library for the LEDs that are connected to the Raspberry Pi. So it's really nothing too crazy as far as like what libraries are being used here in Python. So you always start out with kind of, I guess, what libraries you want. Basically, I have down here to say basically I'm blink T set clear on exit. So when I exit this Python script, the LEDs will turn completely off. That's just something I'd like to have set, because if not, the LEDs will stay on until you run the next script, and it's kind of annoying. So adding that in there helps with that. Now I created what they call a secrets file. And the reason behind the secrets file is that way, well, for one, this is going to be a live stream. And I don't want to be giving out my YouTube API key that somebody could go and use maliciously. And number two, it's just kind of a good extra way of separating out your files by keeping like your important like API secret keys and stuff like that somewhere else safe. So that's why this whole section deals with pulling from a secret file and doing that. Channel ID, that's pretty self-explanatory. That's just basically going in my YouTube channel ID. You know, anybody can look it up, no big deal. This is the next line is our data source. Basically, we're pulling in from the Google API's YouTube. And basically, I'm giving it the channel ID and my secret YouTube token. And then I'm pulling in my view count and subscriber count. So every single time, basically, view count or subscriber count goes up, it's going to do some different stuff. Yes, Wanzo, that the blink T is a hat. Let's see, I think I have it right here. It is a hat that attaches to Raspberry Pi. It could actually even fit on a Raspberry Pi Zero as well. And it's just like a little $7 hat. I think it's like 9 LEDs or 8 LEDs. It's just a cool little thing to learn about and how to do things on. So yeah, so you are correct. It's a it's basically a hat. Next up, let's see. This is basically requesting getting the data source, and then getting the status code, which is basically like if status is good, 200. Okay, move on. JSON, and basically I'm pulling data location 1, data location 2. And I'm resetting my last subs and last views to 0. And then, yeah, this is basically subs. It says what it is. And it's just basically every single time it's going to print on the screen, oh, you have a new view, or, oh, we have a new subscriber. And it's going to show something on the LED. That's pretty much what it's going to do. Now, I have not copied the script over to the Raspberry Pi yet. So, as Wanzo pointed out earlier, definitely a little bit of copy and paste, but for me, I can't really type anyways. So I like to do all the typing on my on-screen keyboard, like over on my main desktop first, and copy it over to the Raspberry Pi. Now I could do this all through the Raspberry Pi and command line, but it's just a lot more work. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to use a default editor that comes with Raspbian, which is the operating system for Raspberry Pi, called Nano. And we're just going to make a new file. So what should we call this file? Anybody have any names or ideas of what we should call this? Should we call it YT Blink T? Give me some funny names that we can call this file. Got to get you guys involved here. Got to get the chat's got to be a part of this. I know there's a couple seconds delay, so I'll wait for you guys to put a few things in the chat. Anybody? Beeler? Beeler? If you guys don't come up with a name, I'll just have to wing it and come up with something. Anybody? No? New friend? I love it. Since Wanzo seems to be the only one popping into chat there, a new friend it is. So we can't beat that at all. All right, so we're going to call this file new friend .py for Python. Okay. Now we have a new friend Pi file. Copy our handy dandy little code. Go back to our Raspberry Pi. Now, in order to paste that, obviously it's very difficult to kind of do a copy and paste in Linux. But what I did is I basically just right click on my mouse, and I have putty set up so when I right click on my mouse, it will automatically paste in anything that I have basically on the clipboard. So once you get it pasted in and you have this all set, basically you do Control X to basically exit and says, hey, you want to save, and you just hit Y for yes, and that's it. So that part's done. Now obviously we need to move over our lovely secrets file, which, you know, can't be showing all my secrets. So we will have to remove the screen for a moment. Go back to just chatting while I create the secrets file. You guys have already seen me do that other file. How's everyone, while I'm making the secrets file, how's everyone's week going? I kind of got a little information about Kelly's day and whatnot. How about Mike or Chris? Wanzo? How's your day going? Oh, I forgot the word nano in my my typing. I was trying to see if you guys were typing anything. I just get a good. On a positive note, did have a budget meeting with a nonprofit that does power soccer here in Portland to get everything we need going forward for next season, and also our possible, hopefully, upcoming trip to California, which is super exciting. All right, give me 1 second here, people. I'm still watching chat. Oh, just landed in Spokane. Nice, Wanzo. What are you out there for a little tournament or something? If you can't say, that's totally fine. Oh, yeah, you don't want to be having no rain. There's nothing better than a sunny day. That just makes everything just so much nicer with everything being sunny, you know? It makes for a better vibe for everyone. I prefer the sunshine. If I gotta have anything at all, it's gotta be the sunshine. If I can make it happen. So still looking for my file. Almost done, everyone. I'll catch up on chat. I know, the most riveting thing, Ryan talking to himself behind the thing. Let's see here. Almost done, almost done. Yeah, I gotta keep my secrets like we talked about. Okay. We should totally we should be good. You guys should be allowed to come back to Streamland. Let me catch up here in chat. Mike C. Amazon sent me the wrong product and the building people cleaned my carpet. Well, that makes for an interesting day. Nothing like Amazon sending you the wrong product. But having your carpet cleaned is kind of nice, unless it's something like you didn't want them to do or it like interrupted your whole day. Like that part would not be okay. Kelly, you got a doctor appointment tomorrow. Yep. There's always endless doctor's appointments for us. I hope everything is good, Kelly, and that department. Wanzo, Flight Sim. Nice. And Chris, you are funded by him to make. Ooh, nice. What are you upgrading on your server there, Christopher? Are you going to be doing like a SSD or a bigger processor, more RAM? And were you able to get your Amazon thing returned? Or did I throw that in there too, just in case? All right. Let's see if every single time Ryan gets a new view count, this thing lights up. But I don't know if we'll get a view count in the middle of a live stream, but let's oh wait, we can't switch to that yet. Hold on. Wrong screen. We need to go here. All right. Let's type in our little thing that we need to type in. And then John called it new friend. I know my awesome typing skills with the mouse click. I think I have that all right. So, it looks like I have a boo-boo. It's complaining that I messed up something in line 28. So let's take a look and see what it is I did wrong and see if we can get this, yeah, see if we can get this figured out, see what's going on. And I'll catch up here in chat 1 second. Let me just type this so we can get back in there and see what I did wrong at new friend. All right. Oh my gosh. What is wrong with me? I'll just hit up arrow. Try to make this bigger. All right, gonna come back to chat real quick, catch up with you guys. I don't want switching back and forth. Probably doesn't make anyone dizzy on my screen. Adding 2 SSDs and a few terabyte of disk. Nice. Yeah, I just upgraded my on-raid server to 2 different, well, basically rating them together. So an additional 12 terabytes of data onto the server. I probably didn't quite need it, but I had a failing 2 gig drive, and I got the 12 terabyte drives for like half off on a sale that Western Digital was doing. So it's a good little deal. Spike, see, they sent you a refund. They shipped me a Mountain Dew Fruit Punch Kickstart. Ah, I gotcha. Were you able to keep the product, or did you have to ship it back? I know sometimes they'll refund stuff, and yeah. Mike, I promise there will not be one. That is actually very tempting, though. That maybe I think I should have a test to make you guys like take a test at the end. Like, all right, explain to me the code that you saw on. No, I'm not gonna do that to you. That's just not fun. So, so line 28, it was complaining about Pi Portal 1 data location 1, and it said that was no good. Let's go back to the error real quick. Troubleshooting. Object has no attribute. Data location 1. What? Dude, I swear there's an attribute dedicated to that. Data location 1 attribute right here. Let's see, did I do a typo? Typos do happen. Yeah, this programming stuff hurts your brain. It's great when it works, but when something doesn't work, it's just kind of like, wait, why doesn't this work? I'm confused. This is what happens when you don't totally plan for your live streams. You have a script that you thought worked, but you don't quite remember if it worked. And this kind of thing happens. So, yeah, it's not a big deal. It's just one of those things, just, you know, it just happens. I think I might know what it is. Yep, I think I might have figured it out. I don't think that we are translating the data that we're getting is a JSON data, and we don't have anything here to decode JSON. So we're just going to add a little something here, and it might help if I actually show you guys what it is I'm doing instead of talking about it. That's not going to help anybody. That way anybody else that looks at this code would be like, oh, that's how you fixed it. Import. Oh, it might help if I spell import right. Thank you, automatic spell checker. There we go. We need to tell it to do the JSON file because we're doing JSON right here, but yeah, it doesn't know how to interpret JSON at all. So save that. Actually, I don't even need to even copy and paste. I can just go back to the old terminal. Go here. And we're going to add import JSON right here. And then we'll give this a whirl. And we'll see if I get any random views, I guess, in the middle of the stream. I don't know if it counts, how it counts live streams. That's like how many like concurrent viewers or anything like that. That'd be kind of interesting to see how that happens. That's true. I guess there is a little bit of a pressure too with I guess everyone can't see what the question was there in chat. Let me switch back real quick. So Christopher just wrote, debugging live is always fun. Bonus points for having management watching. Exactly. It's a good thing I don't actually like have to have this code for like actual like work or anything. That would be not be good. Especially having management right over your shoulders, but like, hey, are you doing that correctly? Yeah, that would not be fun. All right. Let's see if we get this bad boy working. Cross our fingers. Here we go. I'm gonna push enter, and it should hopefully. Oh, might help if I click on the right screen. Huh. Still a no-go situation. Okay. Well, we're gonna bring back up chat and go back to the drawing board. And see what else it is that we can come up with. Don't really know what yeah, I don't really know exactly what else is causing the issue or what else I can change. I'm gonna try one thing and see if it fixes it. If it fixes it, great. If not, guess what? No harm, no foul. All right, gonna show you guys what I'm gonna try to fix here. Let's edit our new friend. So I'm gonna delete everything. I repasted my changes, and we'll see if it works. There's probably a faster way to delete all this than what I'm doing. So commentary is allowed during the time of backspacing, please. I want to hear all about it. But like, dude, there's like 1,000 times to do that better. Because I'm sure I'm not doing it correctly at all. But that's what makes it fun, though, right? We're doing code like this is all about learning and trying to figure out what the heck is going on. I actually made a functional Twitter bot using Python. That was actually a pretty fun experiment. If any of you have any Raspberry Pis laying around looking for something new to try, I highly recommend making a Twitter bot. It's a lot of fun. Okay, here's our new file. We're gonna save this bad boy. Yes. All right. Oh, well, here's the good news. We got a different error. Inconsistent uses of tabs. Wah, wah, wah. That's interesting. I don't have any extra tabs than I had on this file. Does anybody see any additional tabs in between? If I switch it back and forth, right? So we have this screen, right? And then this screen. I'm trying to figure out my extra, I think it said line 35. Anybody else catch that line? Line 39. Maybe because that command needs to be tabbed in. Maybe. Bueller? Anybody? Anybody have any ideas? I'm just trying to figure out where I have an extra tab. Riveting information here. Does anybody want me to do something like an easier, simple, or script to show the different capabilities of the LEDs? That might be a little bit more riveting information than looking at a bunch of code and being like, I have no idea what I'm looking at. Just looking out for you guys and making sure I'm actually producing content that you guys actually want to watch and not be like, dude, I don't know why you're talking and why you're showing us this. I am open for changes because obviously I don't know if I'm going to figure this one out. While I'm waiting for chat to say. I can't read it. Is it? Oh, I'm just realizing that probably, I mean, I'm assuming, Kelly, are you on your phone? That I don't have to text very big, do I? Oh, well, speak up, young son, and tell me your screen text is too small. I think we can change that. I'm looking to see if I can see font size. Oh, but when it's full screen, it's like, even like this, it's readable, but when it's small, it's not. Did that help? Comment in chat. I can even make it even bigger than that. I'm actually going to. I don't think it's even going to be big enough. Where did I find that at? Settings. Sure. Oops. Nope. Where did I find that at? There we go. We'll make it like a 24 size font. All right, how's that? That should hopefully be a lot more readable for people now. Okay, cool. So that's working a little bit better for people. Thank you for that. Thank you for letting me know. Ooh, big screen. I know you guys maybe not won't know what channel is what, but or what line is what. This is not a line item. I'm also going to make this bigger. Give me a second. View, hide map, show console. These are all things, I guess, for me to start thinking about going forward whenever I do anything like this that will make it big enough for everyone to be able to see. No preferences to change? Come on now. Well, of course, the one screen I need you guys to be able to see bigger can't. Well, all I need to do is to see where these tabs happen. So last views is the end of a tab. That one's super small. Yeah, I hear you, dude. I'm trying to... Let me see if I hold down control. Ooh, look at that. There we go. What do you think? Is that better? All right. Fair enough. Switching back, copying the scene. That's a great idea. Let me select my chat box. Hold on, I have wrong thing selected. That's a great idea, John. Live chat, chat box. Copying. Going to my awesome desktop. Hey, there you go. Thank you. That's a great idea. Line 39. Thank you for that as well, sir. Thank you for that. Oops. I hope I don't actually zoom out. And we need to not be changing it here. We need to change here on line 39. All right, let's see if that fixes it. Fixing that tab right there. I think it's a great idea, John. Because without that, like, nobody's gonna be able to see chat, and then there's not having a chance to like switch back and forth, and everyone can stay in line of what's going on. It still does not like that. Line 39. All right, let's go back down there right till it says Blink T Show. What? Maybe it wants to be only tabbed in once instead of twice. Let's give that a try. Oh. I just realized I just messed that one up. I forgot to save it correctly, and I accidentally deleted another thing on here I wasn't supposed to. One. Let's try it with one tab. Let's see if that works. Nope. Still doesn't like it. Google it. Inconsistent use of tabs. All right. Hold on, let me find an appropriate browser that won't be sharing any information here. Inconsistent tabs. Mix of tabs and spaces in the same code block. Remove the spacing and only use tabs or spaces, but don't mix up the two in the same code block. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. So basically, I'm having a combination of tabs and spaces inside the same code. It's interesting because here, it looks like everything is all lined up and tabbed. But when I pasted it in, that's when everything kind of went all haywire. So let's see if we can be able to see this thing a little bit better. That's true. I was thinking that maybe there's like an extra space somewhere. I was hoping that this software would automatically fix it for me. Which I know it can. I just don't remember for the life of me what it is. Ah, so look, if I highlight that, there's a tab and a bunch of spaces. What is it here? These are all okay. That's a tab, space. All right, so if I'm highlighting these, I can see where the issue is. Everything is spaced with spaces, not tabs. This is Sublime Text 3 text editor. That's what this one is. Sorry if that slurpy noise came through the mic. I was finishing up my tea. My bad. So the cool thing is I can tell what it is. Like, so we can go through each one of these lines. Aha, so this guy has a tab. 1, 2, 3. So now if I highlight all this, see, now it's all spaces. This guy, he had a tab right there, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Oh, you don't hear the fan running this week. That's always an improvement on live stream. So that I think last week it almost sounded like I was probably taking off, getting ready to go to like another planet. That fan was super loud. I went back and watched some of the live stream before I changed it, and it was definitely a very noisy computer fan. But it also gets about probably, I don't know, 76 to 80 plus degrees in here because the doors close, the AC's off, and the rest of the house has the windows open, but I can't have the windows open in here because of the green screen. So, which I know is kind of a lame excuse, but that's the truth behind that one. That's why I get super toasty and super loud fan. Okay, I went through all this code. I have it all consistent now. We're going to copy. Oh, wait, I better save this code first because knowing me, I'll forget. John, thank you for suggesting that we Google that. All right, let's go into our new friend here. Our newfound friend. Probably could have just copied and pasted that section, huh? Maybe I'll just do that. I'll stop right at while true. That way we're not sitting here waiting for my cursor to delete code. I think that makes the most sense. If this doesn't work, then we're going to do a plan B. If there's no plan B, then I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. I know there's a plan B. Actually, I don't really know if there is. We'll see. Maybe. What am I doing? Copy that. Paste it. Control X. That's how you exit. Yes. Enter. Survey says no more code errors. No. Uh, hey, why don't we moved up a line, right? We were what, line 39? Now we're at line 41. Unexpected indent. All right. So I guess needs to be here. And I'm assuming this one will also need to move out. Just going to go ahead and guess that's going to be the case. If it was complaining about that script, it's probably going to complain about that one. Anybody have any fun weekend plans? I don't know, really riveting content on the stream today. Or does anybody else want to like me to like talk about anything else? I know last week was all about traveling, stuff like that. I I Lonzo, I know, dude. It's that's the embarrassing part. It's a formatting error. Yeah, absolutely. I guess, yeah. I don't know if I said code error. If I did, nice. Dude, those wood taps that you're making for a couple different places look really good. Like that's some pretty cool stuff that you're making. Okay, let's get past line 41 with my bad indents. Okay, okay, for the first time, it's a different error. Yeah, I'm excited to see the final product of that. All right, so I'm really starting to think that maybe I don't have this code necessarily 100% working, because obviously it's not. I'm obviously having some issues with this, and I don't really know 100% if it's working. Oh, you still want me to keep going, huh? Okay. Let's see here. Line 25. Should we Google it again? Is that the consensus from the crowd? Key error. All right, we're gonna go to Google. That's what the Wanzo would do. Let's see if we get any information. Ah, so something's happening when I'm mapping one set of data point for another. Well, huh. So I'm saying get the data, get items out of the data, which is right here, items. The only thing I can think of is that Google has changed their API. That's what I'm gonna maybe guess. Let's see if we can find information about the Google's YouTube API, because I guarantee you when I made the script was, what did I say, 2020? So probably since then, that YouTube API has probably changed. CNC engraving. That's so cool. All right, so we're looking for subscriptions. All right, well, list is still a proper search command in the API. So that's not it. So why are we getting an error? Oh, because that's the word list, not item. Let's see if anything says anything different here. So it looks like you can go right to subscriptions. Let's check out our data. Where are we pulling our data from? Ah, see, we're grabbing channel stats. That's the area we're getting, not subscriptions. So we're gonna go to channel. Let's see if maybe my information I'm using is being done. Item, see? It does come back as an item. So I think there's just something wrong with this code in general. I really don't think it's something I'm going to be able to figure out tonight. Let me, I think that maybe we'll have to scratch this one, but we can still play with some LEDs. At least get something working on the actual live stream, because the riveting content value just kind of non-riveting. So that we can keep some people interested, all that stuff. I know, sad face, sad face. I'm really trying. But I also want to keep things going in a nice way that, you know, works well for everybody. That's all. Okay, so what we need is we need some fun new codes and stuff to try. So let me bring that up in a browser. And we can look at it together and figure out what it is you guys want to check out. So the cool thing about the Blink T is, and I just realized that's super small, is that they have their own Git. And they have like some really cool examples of how to do stuff. So, for example, we have one here called candle, right? So if we just do Python 3 here, and we do candle, okay, code's working, no errors. Ah, there's no, I don't have iPhone cam available in that scene, but I can copy it real quick and bring it back into the desktop scene. There you go. I'm going to resize it a little bit. That way you guys can see the results, and I'm not hiding chat. So that's the candle one. pretty straightforward. And I can show you guys the code for that if anybody wants. So first we're going to do Control C to stop it. And then we will open it up. Kelly, could you watch TV? Well, I guess you gotta go get your food in. Are you going out for food? And honestly, the question everyone in chat wants to know is what's for dinner. That's what everyone wants to know. And that's what I want to know. I have yet to have dinner tonight. It's been one of those nights that wasn't able to have dinner before stream. So, it's not really anything too exciting. It's just basically using the random thing to create that. Looks like it's just using some random number generation. And that's how it's coming up with the coloring and stuff. So, I don't know, pretty cool. Something different. The question is now, which other one do we want to try here in the list? We have 1D Tetris, which I've kind of tried that one before. Doesn't really show a whole lot. We got one that shows like the thermal, CPU load, CPU temp. This one does like a gradient. Larson. Let's see. Pulse. We have a rainbow one. RGB. A Twitter monitor. That'd be kind of cool, but I think that one requires an API that I don't have access to at the moment. What do you guys think? Which one should we try? Memory load. Nice, good call. Oh, nice little short script for memory load too. All right, let's go back to our... Is this our new friend file? No, this is a different file. We're going to call this one memload.py. Oops, I forgot nano. Yes, the hat does take over all the pins. So you would not have access to anything else on the Raspberry Pi, which that part kind of sucks, but for experimenting and trying out new things, it's still pretty cool. All right. So now let's need to, whoops, causing dings in Windows. All right. Well, I think I have one more space. There we go. Oh, it looks like we do not have a modular that we need to install. Let's install that real quick. What kind of data are you thinking about there, Wanzo, that we'd be able to pull? That's what I want to know what you mean by that. I might help if I misspell Python. PS Util. I wonder what this program. Oh, this is probably because it monitors. Yeah, I believe you could do over the network as long as you're able to, as long as that Raspberry Pi is producing some sort of API or for something to get access to. I don't see why not. Oh, well, nothing like a good kernel error in the middle of a live stream. We'll just say okity dokity. Ooh, we have memload. Now, it's only lighting up 3 of the LEDs currently. The question is, though, how do we increase the memory load? We need to make it use up more power. That's what needs to happen. That one's pretty cool, though. A little something different. Let's see what other options we may have here. We need something very colorful, I have a feeling. Morse code. Oh, yes. Thank you, Chris. I just automatically get in the habit of typing sudo. And yeah, I forget doing that. All right, see you, Kelly. Thanks for joining the stream, dude. I hope everything works out for you in caregiving land, dude. We're doing the rainbow one, regardless if anybody wants it or not. It's happening. Just because it'd be kind of cool to see all the colors on what the LEDs can do, you know? So first we got to stop that one. I'm going to keep this one. I'm going to call it RGB. Keep it simple. Or at least try to. All right, let's give this a try. At least this is actually kind of cool being able to like note it. You know, you add in some scripts and turn it on, and then there you go. And you get it working. It really shows how bright those LEDs are, and I don't know. I just think it's kind of cool to be able to do fun little projects like that, to have the LEDs light up when something happens. At one point in time, I had even made a script that would monitor the air quality in the area and display data. I thought that was pretty cool. Let me switch off of my desktop screen for a second. And let me see if I can find a more riveting, exciting script that I can share with you guys that I have saved, but it looks like I do not have anything else saved that's super exciting to be able to share with you guys. I do not. Normally I have pretty cool stuff, other like scripts I've been working on saved, but it looks like I don't have anything else saved right now. But when I do, I'll put together I'll actually do like an actual video on it with working code and script, so anybody can literally copy and paste the code and learn how to do it. And this will, there's also, have anybody ever messed with WLED before? I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but it's an open source software that allows you to install onto like an ESP32 device, and you can wire up LEDs to it, and you can completely control the LEDs and have them like dance and like do different functions and stuff. And it's a pretty cool open source project that I definitely enjoy using. I have all kinds of lights here in the office that light up and do RGB stuff, and it just I don't know, makes for a pretty cool, you know, fun kind of experience. So if anybody has not messed with it or anything, I definitely recommend checking it out and trying it. It's pretty cool. Let me see if I can pull up the WLED website. All right, so I will actually put this in chat and I'll bring up the screen. Share screen real quick. We can turn off Mr. iPhone. So the cool thing about this is it works on the ESP8266 devices, ESP32 devices, and allows you to control neopixels, which allow you to get the full like RGB animations and stuff. It's just a really neat piece of software that really allows you to control your lights, have them dance, have them move around. What I can do is I can get, let's see. I'm trying to figure out how I could, I won't be able to show you guys on this stream because my iPhone is being used as a secondary camera right now, but on the next live stream, I'll show you guys what this looks like. Let me see if we can find a YouTube video. Actually, I have a better idea. Give me 1 second. I do have a video of it that I can show you guys. I just have to make sure I mute the audio from it because it is copyrighted music and don't want to be flagged for that. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it. That'd be the hard part. It's one thing to talk about. Like, yeah, I have that, but then it's like, where is it? That's the hardest part about any of this stuff is finding it. It's one thing to say you have it, but the question is, where is it? Does anybody have any projects you guys are working on? Anybody in chat? Like, could be wheelchair. I know. I noticed people working on their computers and servers. Just what's going on in your guys' world. And has so just was going to ask you guys. Would you guys have any interest on doing a live stream that would basically be involving chat and basically help putting together and designing a website, but having like everyone in chat like involved, like picking like the colors, like the theme, like layout, stuff like that? Do you guys think that'd be kind of a fun thing to do on a live stream? Okay. I have a video that I can show you guys. That's super cool with using WLED. So this is I don't know, I guess this is probably a 6-foot LED light bulb. And I stripped out all of the regular lights that came in it and then reinstalled the RGB light strip. And these tubes were like $18 each, so super inexpensive. And just, you know, the soldering was honestly the hardest part, to get soldering, to get wires connected to such a tiny board. But once it's all connected, you can do all kinds of different LED, you know, designs and stuff like that. I have 2 of those in the back of the office that I use for lighting up the backdrop and stuff like that. So maybe on the next stream, for just chatting, we will actually have a normal backdrop. We won't do a green screen, and you guys can actually see the lights actually functioning and being real, not just like, wait, what is this guy talking about these lights? And I'll actually be able to have control over the phone and be able to share the screen of the phone with you guys and be able to show you how all the software works, and maybe even go over kind of like how some of the stuff was even built, like how I was able to make it. Just to be able to, I want to share that stuff with people because I think it's just super cool and awesome. It's an awesome little technology. New project installed a Rojo Hybrid Select on my M3 and change seat size and all the measurements. Nice. Yeah, there's nothing like getting a little modifying. Are you having to switch the seat size because it's a different cushion? Is that the reason why you're having to adjust the M3 there, Mike C? Then thank you, Wanzo. I'm glad I'm coming back from the moon. I don't feel like that any of this stuff was too out of hand, but now you're making me wonder if it's a little out of hand. It's something I think I need to I don't know, adjust, maybe learn up. I don't know. I'm trying to really come up with some new like riveting ideas for you guys I can share on live stream about some of the stuff that I do. Oh, I thought you were talking about something else. I'm like going off on a whole little thing, and you're like, bro, that's not what I'm talking about. My bad. All right, I actually think I have found the file that I want to share with you guys. Yes. All right. You guys are gonna like this. I do have the music. I do have it muted, but there's music in the background. So this is my old desk setup. It does not have the same 3 monitors anymore, but at least it'll show you what the LEDs can do. So the LEDs up on the wall are 2 6-foot aluminum strips that I got at Home Depot, and I basically made them look like brushed aluminum, going over them with WD-40 and a Scotch-Brite pad over and over again, in order to get them to look like brushed aluminum. Now there's also, which the camera will probably turn here in a second, there is those tube lights are in the background too, so all the lights are going at the same time. Now they are full RGB, so they could do multiple colors. This is just because it was matching the whole entire like scene of the computer. Is there a reason why they're blue? Pretty sure this is gonna switch around to the other side. It's honestly sometimes with these like thrown in the back, like on some of the music songs, it's just like you feel like you're in a nightclub sometimes coming up in here. Makes for interesting, fun times. I'm sure my neighbors probably are like wondering what's going on in this house. Like, are they having a concert again? What's happening? But I just wanted to share that with you guys. And if that's something that you guys really would want to have like an in-depth like project of me going through and like putting that together and stuff like that, like I don't mind like doing that kind of thing. Like I'm open to try different things. The hardest part for me is being able to show you guys how I actually do it. Just because of the difficulty being able to have uh, assistance, being able to have somebody who can help me because my limited hand usage and stuff like that. So, but it's something I think would be kind of fun to show you guys, and yeah. one more one more quick little video. But I think this is where you guys will really be interested in. So this just kind of shows you kind of a close up of the aluminum light, and this is with like full light on. You can see how bright that thing is. It's a really cool accent thing for a wall. You see, it's just a little ESP32 circuit board and literally just an LED strip. It's really nothing too crazy, and then a little cool aluminum spacer to space it off the wall just right, just to get that cool little look. So yeah, that's that was some of the winter projects I did over the last 2 winters, and something that I think would be kind of cool to share with you guys. And I don't know, maybe build a tube light for somebody. Somebody in chat like wants to have one of those made. I can, slap one together, figure out how to ship it out to you guys. It'll be kind of a fun little project. Yeah, cop lights would be really cool with that. I agree. That would be awesome. Another thing is, could also talk about is more disability related stuff, such as basically what my day to day is like with the caregiving I have, and what it's like with my disability itself, the medical issues I've been having, and um, I don't know, just kind of all the details of that. If you guys would have any interest in that, I'm kind of open to talking about whatever, but I also want to make the content interesting and engaging for people, not just, hey, let's look at a bunch of Python code and talk about it. I mean, it's kind of cool if it was Python code at work and like they could like share it and I could actually work, but I did not have time to properly test it, and I'll take full responsibility on that one. I'll be responsible for that. But going forward, though, I definitely gonna pre-plan out all of my live streams ahead of time, a couple days ahead of time. So there'll be announcements like probably like 3 days before the live stream, and then also on the day of the live stream. So that way you guys have a lot more heads up of what the live stream is. I'm going to try to get it consistently to the 6:30 time, and yeah, just try to keep the wheels turning, as Wanzo would say. So yeah, so I think the next one will just be a typical chat thing with a nice juicy subject matter. Maybe we talk about dating. That's always fun. I know us wheelers always have some interesting times with that. Wanzo, there's no such thing as too much work. If you're not working that hard on a project like that, you're not working hard enough. Just kidding. I knew that was probably going to be a response in chat somewhere. I did not expect that coming from you, but yeah, if that's a big you for you, then that's fine, John. It's not for everyone. I have to call you out and give you a hard time about that. Well, this was definitely a different of a stream for me, and now knowing that anything that has to do with code, it's always probably good to test that ahead of time, make sure it works, and kind of treat it kind of like I do some other YouTube videos, like a how-to tutorial, stuff like that. Make sure the code works, go through it all, and then be able to share it all with you guys on live stream. So another thing I've been thinking about, which I figured I'll tell you guys while I'm on here, is maybe switch it up to where basically like still do live streams and be like all like have like disability and stuff, but then have like other weekly videos of like how to like tech stuff and maybe not all wheelchair stuff. Okay. Yeah, I could do that. Once I get it all figured out, we could revisit that. I think it'd be kind of a real piece of fun code for somebody to have if anybody has a Raspberry Pi, excuse me, laying around, and they could edit the code to have it work for them if they had some LEDs that they wanted to show off stuff. So, yeah. Well, not the most exciting stream, so I'll apologize for that if anybody's coming in here for disability chat and hearing about the crazinesses of Ryan, but I promise you we'll be back with that next week. There's always stuff for me to talk about that happens in my week to week. There's some people, maybe not necessarily on stream tonight, but some people that have I've been chatting with online lately that have definitely been hearing a little bit more of my day to day and how crazy things have been. So I'll definitely be probably feeling a little bit more about life stuff, disability stuff, and kind of going from there. But yeah, well, it's about an hour and a half in. I'm gonna probably call this one an end on the stream here, but make sure you guys know the drill: like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. And I will see you guys at the next stream. And like I said, hopefully we'll be changing it up for the better. Oh, also, we'll not be having the on the moon background. Like I said, we're gonna change that up, give you guys a scene of the office, and yeah, we'll go from there. But everyone have a wonderful rest of your week, and remember, if Rye can do it, so can you. All right, guys, have a good night.